I sat down with three of my closest friends and they asked me, Karen, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. Why? And the same topic, because you're not acting like the person that we know, that you're not bubbly, you're not just saying silly stuff. You used to be the light of the party. You were always talking with everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Today, I want to talk to you about the moments where you feel like you have done it all and you still feel like nothing is happening. And I wanted to share with you this because it's something that happened to me. Sometimes we feel that we have integrated the things that we have learned through books, the strategy steps, all these things that we see in the day to day, and even identifying our traumas. Because now we identify the traumas that they were sabotaging us, but for some reason we feel that we're still in the same place. Before we felt like maybe I'm not moving because I'm not implementing the right strategies. Now that we learn that we are sabotaging ourselves, now we know the traumas behind it. We know why we were not moving along, but we still feel the same. We still feel that I'm doing everything, but it is still, I feel stuck. Well, one of the things that, or one of the reasons that you might feel that way is because you failed to integrate the pieces. I talked about integration in another episode prior to this one. If you have watched it, you will see I gave a little bit more explanation about the integration part. But sometimes integration is the hardest thing. Once we discover the pattern that it keeps us stuck, per se, because that's the word that I used to use all the time when I was growing my business. I was like, I feel stuck. I feel like it's not moving. I feel like I'm in the same place and I'm doing everything that the mentor is saying. I'm doing what the books that I'm reading they're saying, so I don't understand why I'm still in the same spot. And I came to realize that it's good to learn. It's good to know the things that you did not know. But that is only for the mind. That is only to stay here. But now you need to take action. But now it's time to finally break those barriers that they were keeping you in the same place. And now we understand what is the traumas that is keeping us from accessing the things that we want, that we desire. But we're afraid to take action in a different way. We're afraid, or sometimes it's that we think we're not afraid and we're already taking action, but really is a mask. It's another mask that you put on so you don't have to be yourself. So you can still continue to be in the comfort zone because you're not ready to confront yourself. And I have seen this firsthand. I have experienced that myself. And I had to really call it out for what it is. And many of us were so afraid to face ourselves. I see it in a way people now react with me. People who were my friends are now saying, I don't understand you. I don't know what you're doing. I don't even know how to talk to you. I don't know what you're going to say to me. I feel like you're reading everything in me and now you see everything from me. And I'm like, really? So they start to feel uncomfortable to be around me because they feel that I'm going to see everything and I'm going to judge. And I'm not. It's not something that I'm focusing on the outside. I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on the things that They used to keep me in the same place, and now learning where am I still trapped. And if I'm looking at you, I'm not looking at you in a way I'm judging you for what you do. If you are a close friend, I'm looking at you because I'm looking at how do I behave with you. It was the behavior, it was really healthy, or it was an unhealthy behavior. What is it that I need to transform? And people are now confused with me. They're like, we know you're Karen, but it's not the same Karen that I met a couple years back. And so they're shocked of how I'm handling my life. How do I interact with others? And they actually told me that you're not the same. I don't know how to interact with you. And a little bit of me felt sad. I did feel sad when I was told that. And many people have sent me messages, have talked to me over the phone, asking me if I'm okay. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Why?" Oh, I don't know. It's just I see in your postings in your social media that you are different. You're not doing the same things. And I'm just concerned because that is not you. That is not the person that I know. And I sat out with three of my closest friends and they asked me, Karen, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. Why? And the same topic, because you're not acting like the person that we know, that you're not bubbly, you're not uh just saying silly stuff. You used to be the light of the party. You were always talking with everybody and you were always giving us information on what we can do with our life, and we knew we can count on you, and now you're just like we have to make an appointment with you to talk to you. You're not always available for us. You're always doing something, but it is something that it always has to do with you and with God. And I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on with you. Are you okay? And sitting down with them and saying, I am okay. I'm actually better than what I ever felt before. And one of them said, Karen, I see your posting, I see everything that you're doing. And I have watched two of your videos and I didn't want to watch no more. I said, why? She said, because I feel that you're confronting me, that you're wanting for me to feel and to see. And I'm not ready for that. I don't want that. It makes me scared. And I swiped really quick because, to be honest, I got scared with everything you were saying. And I was like, Karen wants to be a pastor. Karen wants to be something in the church. Maybe that's why she's doing everything that she's doing. And I believe they do want to be a pastor. I believe that's what you're trying to do because on Facebook, you've been posting a lot of stuff about the Bible, and the way you talk is always about that in your business, in your marriage, with your kids, with everything. It's like you change. It's not the same. It's that you're so spiritual. Are you trying to be a pastor? Are you trying to be a healer? What is it? I don't understand who you are now, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid to be close to you, and that make me sad. It make me happy, but it make me sad. And so I asked my older friend. I said, "What do you think? What are you seeing?" And she said, "I'm happy for you. I'm very, very happy for you. And I have seen your videos and they come out at my feet often. I see them And like she said, I have watched them, only two of them I have watched. I really don't want to put a lot of my time into because I'm afraid. Because I feel that you're confronting us. I feel that you want us to go into a role of healing. And she said it with like a question, like healing. And she said, and I don't think I'm ready. I can continue to be your friend. I can continue to be with you, but I don't think I'm ready for what you're being. I'm not ready for that. I'm scared. I'm scared because I was watching one of your videos and I saw myself in it. And as soon as I started remembering, it hurt. It created so much pain. And I even said, freaking Karen, how in the world you do that? Why do you make me feel this way? So I shut down social media and I said, I can't watch her videos. I'm not going to watch them. I'm not ready for that. I don't like seeing you cry. I don't like seeing you saying the things that you say. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. And so I asked my other friend, and my other friend said, look, I've been watching your videos. I don't take it to heart because I feel compelled to change. And the first time I watched one of your videos where you start changing, I realized that my life was upside down. And I took everything you said on that video and I started reading my Bible and I started changing. I started going to church and I started to releasing all the things that I thought I needed to control. And now, this month, I've been serving in the church, not because I feel that people has to tell me that I need to serve, but because I've been working on myself. And I wanted to tell you, thank you. Thank you for doing what you're doing because it pushed me to wake up. And I didn't even realize I was sick. Physically, I was sick. And I was able to notice that in the earlier time to notice that that illness was taking over my body. So I went to the doctor and the doctor said you need to take a break, you need to spend more time with yourself, eat better, exercise. And I was like, I'm already doing that. I'm already in that path. And the doctor asked, and how come you started out without even notice what was happening to you? She said, and I said, oh, it's because I have a friend who started doing something new and I like how she's doing it. It hurts. I don't think I'm ready for the deep. I don't think I'm ready to swim in the deep with her. But I just started the journey and I see what she's talking about. And now I'm spending more time with my kids. And to be honest, I'm generating more money in my business now because I'm doing the steps that you've been sharing on YouTube, that you've been sharing on your post. And for me, it's been a help. For me, seeing you do what you do, I can only tell you I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you were able to access all that pain and release it, and not just release it, but share it with the people, with the world. Share those steps because I'm going through it and I'm not even that deep, but I don't want to share it with anybody. I don't want to tell people what I'm doing or what am I going through or how this feels. I don't want to do that. And I see you doing it and crying in front of a camera. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how did she do that? And I just wanted to tell you, thank you. Thank you for changing my life because you have no idea how you're changing my life. And she said, do you have classes? Do you have more than what I'm doing? Because I feel that if I work with you closely, I can achieve so much more, because I already see the change in my life just doing the little things that you're sharing. Imagine if I work close with you, how much I can change in my business, in my relationship with my husband, and with my kids. And so I told her, yes, I have something where you can do it at your own pace, a 12-week transformation, or we can do coaching one on one. I offered that too. And she said, you know what? I'm going to start it next month, which is January, because I really want to change my life, because you have no idea. You saved my daughter's life. And I was like, how come? How can I save her life? She said, because it was the video where you were talking about children, and you were talking about how we put so much attention in work and we don't pay attention to our kids and how they're behaving and what they're doing, and we're not sitting down with them. And I realized that my younger daughter is suffering from depression, and I didn't even realize that until I start sitting with her in spending more time with them. And she brought her daughter. I met her, and she said, now we're in the recovery together, and she knows you, and you know you met her since she was younger. And I wanted to see if you work with children, if you can work with my daughter, because I truly believe that you can help her. And I said, I probably could, but you have to be ready to commit, because this path is not about your daughter just getting healed, but it's your daughter having you as the person who's healing herself, in order for your daughter to follow the path, because the leader in the home, it's you. So you're going to show your daughter how life is, and how to manage your emotions, how to get out of the dark zone. You the one is going to show her. And she said, yeah, but I'm willing. I'm willing to do it, because I see it. And no amount of money that I spent before would have did what you just did with me. And so that made me happy, but at the same time sad, because different people had different reactions with what I'm sharing and what I'm doing in my journey. And especially hearing it from closest friends. And for them to say, you're not available like you used to. You're not the person that you used to. In some of them, one, the Karen that I used to be. And so what I told them, I said, listen, I am Karen, but not the Karen that it was shaped by the world. The Karen that you guys became friends with, it was the Karen that the world made. The Karen that you guys see now is the true Karen. This is me. This is the person who's hurt. This is the person who is happy. This is the person that sometimes needs help. And this is the person that sometimes will help others. And this is the person that sometimes needs time alone. This is me. All of that is me. And it makes me sad, because some of you want the Karen that it was always giving, the Karen that is always was doing something for somebody, that it was over giving her time, her love, her financial money, all these things in order to be part of the group. And that makes me sad. And in that moment, I understood something that many people said, many people who have gone through a journey of growth and have built something bigger than what they thought they could do, is that some people are going to fall off. They're not going to go with you in this journey. And don't blame them. Don't get mad at them for not going, but respect their boundaries. And I was like, I never thought that this moment will happen where some of my friends, they told me, we cannot be with you. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't understand you. I don't like what you're doing. And I don't like how you're behaving. And I'm not mad at them. I'm not, because I understood that when you start going higher, some people can come with you and some cannot, because the oxygen is less. So if you have more people, it will not be enough oxygen. And I don't blame them because they're not ready. They're not ready to face themselves. Many of us, we say, I want the truth. Tell me the truth, even if it hurts. I don't like fake people. I don't like people lying to me. Or I don't like people who just say things and they're not true. I'm real. I'm being real with you. And I realized through this journey that many of us, we just say those things, but we don't mean it. We don't mean that we want the reality of life. We don't want that. We don't want friends that are changing, because the change makes us uncomfortable. And we don't like that. And because we don't like that, we rather walk away, because we don't want to see ourselves. We don't want to see what it's happening inside of us, because the other person, by changing, is shining the light on me, and I'm seeing my shadows. And I don't like seeing shadows of me. So I rather just put away that light. I don't want it close to me. I'd rather be in the dark, because I already know, I'm used to it. But we call it that we're in the light, that the other person is in the dark. And I'm not saying those friends are in the dark. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they're not ready. They're doing the best they can. And I'm not going to press somebody to change, or to say, well, you have to change in order to come with me. No, it's not their time. But also, my friends cannot expect me to make my light less brighter because it bothers them. Because that's the Karen that I used to be. The Karen in the past, it used to turn off their light sometimes, or make it very low, so others don't feel that they're different, or that my light is brighter. I used to do that so I can have those people around me. And yesterday, I say something to the creator, because I was really feeling down, because I felt like it was one thing after another and after another. And as far as situations outside of me, and I said to the creator, even if everybody goes and I stand here alone, I know that you're here. I know that I'm not alone. I know that in this moment is where you're more close to me, because they want the person that it was in pain. That they want the person who was happy on the outside, but in the inside, it was crushed. In the inside, she was having many battles that nobody helped me fight those battles. That I was fighting it alone, while being present for everybody, while being available for everybody. And of the times that where I was alone, I was feeling like I'm defeated. I'm not happy. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I even told somebody, what is the meaning of life if I'm going to continue to live in this pain? I don't want to live anymore. If I'm going to continue to be in this pain, then what is the meaning of life? And now, this Karen finally found the meaning of life. But finding the meaning of life, it gets tricky. It gets challenging, because the ones who you were the meaning for them, they want that person. They want that person back. And you have to make a decision. Do I go back so I can have my friends, so I can have the people that I have around me so they can stay with me? Or do I continue to walk this journey, even if I walk this journey alone? What do I do? That's the real test. Sometimes we think that I want to be happy, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then life showed you both ways. And it's up to you to make the decision. Are you going to stay in the same spot because you don't want to be alone, or are you going to continue the journey? And that's scary. It's very scary. It's sad. And it's frustrating. It is frustrating because in those moments when these people were telling me we want the Karen back, the one that it was happy, the one that it was always helped, the one that it was always there, that she did not talk too much about God and how God is this, God is that. That bothers me. I don't like that. And to see that, I was like, wow, they never loved me. They never accept me for who I am. And that's okay because I was doing the same thing to them. I was loving them from the need of being acceptance in that group, from the need of feeling seen, from the need of feeling that I'm part of something. So our love as a friend, it was the same way. It was sick love. It was love from the pain. It was not true love. And now that I'm learning what true love is, I told them, I accept what you're saying. And I'm not mad at you. It makes me sad. It makes me frustrated because I feel that I finally learned who I am. I'm learning who I am. And I can finally give you from wholeness, not from pain, not from the past neediness, but I can give you because I want to give you. And I want to take you in as a friend because I accept you for who you are, not for what you can do for me, not for how you make me feel, not for the things that you said, but for who you truly are, the good and the bad. I accept you for that. And to hear that they don't accept me for that, they don't accept me for who I am, that they don't want this version of me. The frustration came because I realized the love, it was conditioned. Conditioned to you must endure pain and suppress who you are in order for you to be my friend. And if you want to continue to be my friend, you must be the person you used to be. If you cannot be this person, if you're going to continue to go into your journey and continue to be the person you wanted to be, then I can't be your friend because I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready. That hurt. It really did. And many of us out there were doing the same thing, which is don't realize it. Some of you probably going to hear this information and you guys going to say, like many people have said to me, I'm not doing that. I'm true with my friends. I will accept them for who they are and I will not change them. Let me tell you something. Only 5% of those people can accept their friends for who they are. 95% of them, they don't. They love people out of manipulation and control. And they call it love. You know why they call it love? Because they learn that that's how love is being perpetrated, or how love is being shown, or that's how somebody can show me love. And let me give you a good example. Our parents. Our parents said they loved us. And they even said, I will give my life for my child. I will do everything in my power for my child to be okay. I will not allow anything to happen to them. But the moment that child doesn't do what the parents said, that's where the manipulation shows up. And it shows up is love. Why are you not doing this? This makes me upset. I need you to stop doing this because I don't like it. So the person needs to stop doing what they're doing. Not because they want to stop, but because somebody doesn't like it and they need to stop. And what is that? Manipulation. Because you don't like it, not because I don't like it. And since we were younger, we were trained to love through manipulation. Many times we want to change the other person and we make the other person responsible for what's going on with us. In relationships, we say, it's your fault. You make me mad. If you would have not done that stuff, I would have not been upset. What is that? Manipulation. If you really love me, then do this. What is that? Control, manipulation. I need you to do it this way because this is how I want it done. If you don't do that, then you're going to make me really angry. Then that means you don't love me. What is that? Control and manipulation. And we're constantly perpetrating that because not because we want to do it, but because we don't want to look at it. Why are we doing those things? Because love is not controlling the other person. Love is not manipulation. And when I realized that, I looked at myself. And the first person that I told the truth, it was my husband. He freaked out. He freaked out when I told him that because I remember I was getting ready and I'm like running all the movie of my life in my mind. And I was like, oh wow, I chose my husband because of neediness, not because I love him. The love that I had then, it was unhealthy love. That love wasn't healthy. And I chose him from pain, from love out of pain, because I was looking for somebody who made me feel safe, for somebody who will finally accept me for who I was, which it was wounded, for somebody who gave me what I needed at the moment, which it was love, compassion, acceptance, and safety. And I saw that in him. So I chose him out of neediness. I never loved him with true love. That was not true love. So I remember telling him, baby, I want to tell you something. And I want you to hear me, really hear what I'm going to say. I said, I realize I never loved you with true love. And I can see my husband's face change. Like he kind of got angry. He wanted to say something, but you can see the confusion on his face. And I said, let me finish. I'm not done. Don't freak out. I realized I did not love you with true love. Because everything that I was doing, it was trying to control you and manipulate you. In using love in order to get what I wanted. And I realized that, and now I wanted to tell you something. I don't want the man that I have because of what he can give me: safety, love, kindness, uh, protection, all these other things, or what you can do for my business. I don't love you because of that. Because those things, you cannot give them to me. All those things, God gives them to me. And I learn the safety, the love, the protection, the abundance that I needed, the economically being safe. God is giving me that, not you. You're just the vessel where God puts the blessing and it comes to earth, but you are not the source. And because of that, I want to tell you that I love you for who you are in your soul, with the mistakes you make, with the things that you don't do, for the things you make me upset sometimes. I choose you. I don't want you to change because I want to create this person that I have in my brain that is still created from pain. Be who you are. Be free. Be who you want to be because I will still choose you. Even if you did not give me anything, even if you did not give me the safety, the love, none of that, I will still choose you for who you are because I realize that those things that I was looking in you, only God can provide those things. And if it's God's will, He will provide it through you. And because of that, I love you because of who you are. And because you have wounds and you have things that you need to work and transform. And I thank God that you were the person that He put in my path to walk this journey. And if later down the road God chooses to change that, I'm okay with that too. If God wants me to walk alone or walk this journey with someone else, I'm okay too. Or if God wants you to walk this journey with someone else, I'm okay with that too. Because now I understand that it's not my way, but it's what God wants done in you and in me. It's no longer through manipulation, through control. And I told him, I want you to be free. I want you to be you. And I want you to let me free, to be who I need to be. Not for me only, but for the Creator, for what the Creator wants to do through me. And I want to let my kids free to be who the Creator wants them to be. And when I'm talking about freedom, I'm not talking about the freedom that it hurts others or freedom that it creates pain. I'm talking about the freedom of healing, of continuing to walk the journey with the Creator. And many of us, we're afraid of that. We say we want freedom, but freedom requires responsibility. Freedom is a very, very strong power that only if you're ready to hold that power, God will be giving it to you. But He's going to train you. Before He gave you the power of freedom, He's going to give you a training. And if you're not willing to go through the training, then you will still continue to be trapped in your own things that you created for yourself. And you will continue to blame other people for what you're going through or what you're feeling or how life is coming to you. And sometimes you will even blame God. But God wants you to be free, but He cannot give you something so powerful if you don't know how to hold it. So instead of running away from your shadow, or instead of running away from me, do not run away from me. Because by you running away from me, you actually running away from yourself. Because I'm not going to do anything to you. But God is going to come to you in a different way that sometimes it will be painful for you to be able to listen to his voice and to really take action to change and transform your life, transform your business inside and outside. And some of us, we want the change just on the outside, but in the inside, we want it to be the same. And that change can happen, but that change is not from God. And that change will collapse. But the change that it comes from the Creator, it requires change on the inside first, and then it will show in the external. But then the Creator is the one who's sustaining it, all of it, the inside and on the outside. You no longer need to be manipulating or controlling anything. And that's why when you do that, life feels so much easier. And people are going to question, like, what's going on with you? The same way that it happened to me. And I'm okay with that. And I'm here to tell you that if this information triggers something in you, it's because you're finally waking up. You're finally start to put an ear to what your spirit has been telling you for a long time. So do not delay it. Take action. Because living this life in freedom and the beginning is scary and it's painful. I'm not gonna deny that. But as you go through the process, it's liberating. You feel like, why did not do this before? I should have started a long time ago. This is what I wanted because that's how I feel. So look at your life, look at what you're doing, and if you really want to change, don't delay the change. Start taking action. You don't have to take big steps. Start taking the small steps. Start asking the creator what step is next for you. I see you in the next episode.